Rivian has a lot of hype. I'm showing right now. Look at Rivian, the R1T truck. It's Motor Trend Car of the Year. This has to be a good company to invest in, right, Patrick? I mean, look at the hype. One, as a new investor, would come in and say, hey, all of the analysts are talking big on it on television. It just became Motor Trend Car of the Year. I mean, it has to be a great stock.
Yes, that's what one would think as a new investor.
Exactly. But there are other things to consider more than the headlines and the orders. The Rivian has a ton of orders, but Rivian has risk. And so when our new investors come to look at companies and they see all of the headlines and hype, I like for them to think of the risk. I want investors, I want people who are going to buy stocks to always think risk. The way of a company, Patrick, is the way of its CEO. And so I want to go in and deep dive Rivian. Let's start with the leader. Let's start with the CEO of the company, the founder of the company, this R.J. Scaringe guy. So just looking at his background here, he founded the company and listed on the NASDAQ just in November. In 2009, he founded the company. I'm going to go somewhere with this, so stay with me. Investors, including these big companies, invested in this guy's company, and he grew up in Melbourne, Florida. I was just down in Melbourne, Florida for business in October. And he has a doctorate of mechanical engineering from MIT. So a smart guy, but what does that have to do with running a company? Where's the car experience, Patrick?
I couldn't find any.
Where is the car experience? I mean, but why is like Ford, Amazon, and all of these guys investing in this guy? That's the question. I Googled this guy. I couldn't find anything on him. Could you?
No. Other than the fact that he graduated from MIT. I think his father was also an engineer.
Yeah, his father was an engineer too. What does that have to do with running a multi-billion-dollar company? I'm an engineer. You want me to run your company for you, Patrick? A car company? I have no experience. I don't get it. Let me show you a profile on Mr. R.J. Scaringe that I found. So check this out.
Back in 2014, that made yesterday a very good day for Rivian CEO Robert Frank. Joins us now with more. Hey, Robert.
Good morning, Joe. Lots of comparisons now between Elon Musk and Rivian founder R.J. Scaringe. But while Musk owns more than 20% of Tesla, R.J. owns only about 1.7% of Rivian. Now, Rivian valued at $86 billion as of last night's close. RJ is now a billionaire, but just barely. He does own 9% of the voting shares. And like Musk, he has a moonshot compensation package that with options could make him billions. That's because in January, the board granted him a one-time option grant of 6.8 million shares and a performance grant of nearly 10 million shares. That could all be valued at over $10 billion if the company hits certain targets along the way. Now, to get them all, the share price has to eventually go to $295, and he has to stick around until 2030. Now, other big investors who had big paydays yesterday, Saudi billionaire Mohammed Abdul Latif Jameel, he has a stake now worth $11 billion. The Cox family, which owns Cox Automotive, their stake now at $4 billion. Amazon, their stake now over $17 billion. And Ford's stake over $10 billion. Joe?
MIT grad, did I read that right, I think? Yeah.
Yep.
PhD.
Started the company with a mortgage on his house and a mortgage on his father-in-law. And they lived in an apartment. And unlike Elon, who started with $1.5 billion from PayPal, so he had that cushion, RJ really started with nothing. And so this is a great story for him and the people that have helped him build this.
Okay, Patrick. They often compare this RJ Scaringe guy to Elon Musk.
Yes.
This guy started this company. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's just out of the blue. But probably the reason why he might have gotten a lot of funding is he knows how to market himself
And raise capital, right?
And raise capital. He knows where to go.
Car company, because I'm about to show you something, the challenge that this RJ guy is going to face. Did you get a sense of confidence that he knows how to run a car company?
Not at all. Not at all. There's no evidence whatsoever that presented itself about his business acumen in running any kind of company, let alone a car company.
And the car business is a tough business. It's competitive, it's cutthroat, and the amount of competitors from China to Germans to the American companies that's getting into this space. A rookie guy running the company.
Well, not only that, it's very capital intensive. So you got to build a factory, you got other fixed assets. There's just a high degree of operational leverage in that regard.
Yeah, so I see risk. Now, I'm going to show something here from the Wall Street Journal. Let me